Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to What a Load Of, the only show on television to tell you about the gibberish swarming your life, where it came from in the first place, and how to get rid of it altogether. Joining me on the panel tonight, we have to my right, Max Smith and Tony Wright. On my left, we have Tom Short and James Allen. Don't go anywhere, and let's run those titles. As we have every week, thank you, the lovely audience. This week, they have been kindly provided by the students of the University of Salford. Let's give them a listen. Tony, can you start us off, bud?
What?
Max?
A?
Tom?
Load.
And James?
Off?
There you have it, ladies and gents. The sound the student makes when he opens his dissertation. Now, in our first round, contestants have to answer my questions as accurately as possible. With that in mind, today I have some very exciting news for everyone because I just got engaged. I put a ring on it and everything. But why does that make me one of the biggest idiots in this room?
Load.
What?
Let's go for Tom.
You use blood diamonds.
No, I did not use a blood diamond. Anyone else with an answer? Tony?
You use the cock ring.
No, I didn't use a cock ring either. It's nothing to do with me. I haven't done anything wrong.
A?
Go on, Max.
Were you related to her?
No, again, right, let's just get this straight. This is a show about advertising, right? It's not going to be about me. It's going to be about the bloody ring, all right? So
Load.
engagement-related ring jokes now. Tom,
I think I've got this right.
go.
You use blood diamonds.
No!
Oh,
A?
Max?
you saw the advert and you bought the wrong bloody ring.
No, it wasn't me. Anyone else? James, we've not heard from you. Let's go for you.
It's
Off?
because it's because I have no experience. I'm not that well educated on it, but don't feel as though I have to be because I believe that the moment will never come.
What?
That's horrible. Tony?
Was it because you asked James for advice on...
Yeah, it might have been, to be honest,
Yeah,
from that
I
answer.
said, you just don't bother. The little sweet rings will do that you get in like a.
Yeah.
Anybody getting any closer? Anybody?
I'll think about it.
If you say blood diamonds, don't do it. Don't do it.
Is it
Don't do it.
blood diamonds?
Seriously, don't fucking do it. Oh,
Is it the 2007 film that has Leonardo DiCaprio?
No.
It's called
What's it called?
Blood Diamonds.
anyone else?
Yeah.
Anyone else with not a blood diamond related answer? You have lost buzzer privileges
Oh,
for this
then,
round.
yeah, I'm out.
Next,
What?
Tony.
No, I was going to say blood diamond. It's not funny anymore.
Max, let's go for one answer from you before we move on.
Is it the fact that diamonds were actually engagement rings weren't even a thing until about, less than 100 years ago?
You are exactly right. It has something to do with exactly that. Believe it or not, the idea of the engagement ring didn't exist before 1935. This means that this timeless tradition is actually less than 100 years old. Back then, people used to just simply declare their love for each other and then get hitched. What do you think of that then?
It would have been better for me because then I could literally just go to
I think it'd be better for
the
everyone.
girl I
really.
liked in year 9 and went, I love you. And then we'd get married. Say, well, you've verbally committed.
Who is it that you think would have started this trend of engagement?
Off?
People like me.
People like
Was it Devlin McLaughlin?
Who is that?
I can't. You can't just say a name. I mean, I need
fair.
who he is.
Okay.
Who's Devlin McLaughlin?
It's just a little fella that used to dig in certain countries looking for things.
Yeah.
And he found a ring.
Well, you couldn't be more wrong. So, anyone
Load.
else? Tom?
Was it pirates?
It was not pirates. No.
What?
Was it men that didn't quite know if they wanted to marry the girl yet, so they still had a chance to back out?
I mean, I mean, there's still a form of commitment. Surely that's worse.
Mild
To have to
commitment.
go and buy a ring to then do it. Surely that's
Well,
more
when
of a form
they get
of
angry and
commitment.
they throw it back, don't they?
When you say
I
do
guess. Yeah. When I say do it,
it, I think I know the answer.
go ahead.
A.
Was it the Brewer Company?
You're close, I'll give you that. Well, the answer is the De Beers Diamond Corporation. Anyone have any idea who they are?
Load.
Cyborgs.
Sent
No,
back
they're
in
not.
time.
I mean, to be honest, it's just nice to hear you say something other than blood diamonds, to be honest. So I
can
might
go
even
back
give you
to that.
half a point just for that. Anyone else?
A.
Go on, Max.
It was. They're obviously a part of the Vatican City who know that they've pretty much got the monopoly on marriage down. You know, are there any other religions that do marriage?
All of them. The De Beers Diamond Corporation devised what is arguably the most effective advertising campaign in history. In fact, it became so effective that it stuck to this day. Does anyone know the old saying, 2 months' salary for a ring?
No, never
No.
heard that before.
No. Well, I'm sorry to tell all the lovely viewers that had heard it at home, as I'm sure a fair number of you have decided to take the plunge. But that saying is in fact from an old De Beers advert. In the beginning, according to the ads, you only needed 1 month's salary to prove that you were the one to that special someone. However, when profits started to decline, they hiked up people's belief to 2 months. What do you think of that? It's quite a shoddy thing to do.
Maybe an onion ring of 2 months' salary. But I love that though. It's sort of like 1 month and then 2 months, and it's like suddenly you've got to start earning per year in order to buy one.
I have to say, like, if this started like about 100 years ago, you'd imagine what it is now. You know,
With
It'd be like-
inflation, 1 month's salary with our inflation now probably could have bought a year's worth of engagement rings.
I'm going to marry everyone.
You're going to get married, you're going to get married, you're going to get married. Right, I know that some of you at home are probably kicking yourselves right now. Some of you might even be considering taking that ring back to the store, getting your money back. Unfortunately, I have some bad news for you. Again, that piece of crystallised carbon is in fact intrinsically worthless. And don't take my word for it, this is coming right from the horse's mouth. In an interview with The Independent, De Beers chairman Nicky Oppenheimer openly admitted diamonds are intrinsically worthless.
That's
So
the worst
diamonds
pickup
are
line.
Hey baby, I'm going to give you some of that's intrinsically worthless.
Crystallized carbon is intrinsically worthless.
Can I just say though, technically everything is intrinsically worthless because it's all going to end one day.
Anyone out? Any thoughts on diamonds being intrinsically worthless? Anyone with anything else?
But then why are they so like high value on the spectrum of?
Anybody got an idea with that? I've got the thing.
I believe it's because they're pretty, and pretty things always do better than ugly things.
No, it is Edward J. Epstein, who is a journalist who has been writing about the diamond industry for 30 years. And in his book, The Rise and Fall of the Diamond, he conducted an experiment where he bought $6,000 worth of diamonds in one store, and the next day he took it to a different store and was offered less than $1,000. Overnight, that diamond had lost more than 5/6 of its value. So, here's the big question: why are these shiny rocks worth so much?
I just like how the
Tony?
book's called Rise and Fall of the Diamonds. So like this diamond's had an amazing career.
Yeah.
Now, the second half of it is just
Forget the
doing
diamond.
heroin,
The amount,
smoking in a dim
They get the
room.
diamond in like a mockumentary type thing, and it's okay. Yeah, those are the days.
the amount of people that must have gone into Waterstones to pick that up thinking it was Neil Diamond's art.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably spent more doing that little experiment than he did in book sales and getting.
Well, he
money
made a
back on the book.
$5,000 loss on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's outrageous.
That's.
A lot of pressure on that book, innit?
It might
Rise-
turn into a time.
Rise and Fall of the Diamonds. Rise and Fall of freaking
Yeah,
Epstein.
J.
Epstein.
Well, currently, the De Beers hold a monopoly on the global diamond mining markets, which means that they are able to artificially restrict the supply to keep prices high. The reality of the situation is that one diamond you bought, believing it was very special and rare, they probably had an entire cupboard of them in the back. So, what can we do about this? Unfortunately, not a lot. Admittedly, you could try proposing without a ring and explain to your partner everything that we just talked about, which will probably result in you getting a slap. So there you have it. The reason I'm the biggest idiot in the room is because I bought an engagement ring and quite figuratively let the diamond industry screw me. All right, let's move on from telling you where you went wrong to where other companies have gone wrong. My next question is, what was the big mistake that Gerber Foods made while trying to market their baby food in Africa? First to buzz in, Tony. You got
What?
Well, the fact that they've gone to Africa and African people don't have any money.
I'd say it's a point. Anyone else?
Load.
They were just kind of going after the baby elephant market. And they don't generally shop.
That was a
Off.
bad call from them, James.
Did they get adults to advertise it? Like an adult in a nappy. Dipping Farley's rusk. Worked for me.
No, it's not the right answer. It probably wouldn't have worked. But anyone else? Tom?
It was food only made from baby things.
That's absolutely gross. You're kind of close though. Apparently,
well.
you're kind of close. Anyone else go?
It's only made of babies.
That is exactly correct. At this time, Gerber Food featured a picture of a baby on the jar. However, in Africa, not many people could read. Therefore, whatever photo was on the tin or box they were buying would be what they would be expected to eat. Therefore, it appeared as though Gerber Foods was literally selling babies in a jar to the people of Africa.
I can just imagine one really creepy guy just buying all the boxes.
Idi Amin's loving it now. He's got them all in his fridge. Get the heads. He's moved on.
Use anything to do with babies. I mean, they scrape that straight out of the nappy, obviously. Baby turds. Green. No one?
Green
No.
food.
Oh God. Anyone else on babies? Baby food. Baby food. Anyone else on babies? That kept him on track. What do we think? This is shocking. Absolutely, really shocking. Babies being marketed as food.
I like the plot of a really bad B movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here comes the baby.
It could be like,
My God, Soylent Green is babies.
To be fair, they got an excellent episode of CSI Zimbabwe out of it.
Also, the thing is, it's been tenderised for 9 months. So I imagine it's going to taste pretty good.
did they have to excavate it?
Right, can I just point out, they didn't actually put babies into a jar.
Oh, right.
Just make this really clear. It was just regular baby food.
I do see a lot of mums. They have a spoon full of themselves before they give it to the
It's
kids.
it's not that bad, to be
Yeah, it
honest.
was alright.
Yeah, that's why I am now. My mum ate all the baby.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Can you name me any other famous marketing blunders? The clue is on the screen behind you. Why would it be a bad idea to drive a Fiat Punto in Brazil? The clue's on the screen. It's something to do with your little
You
pinky
developed
fingers.
weird hair from your bloody knuckles.
What?
To say it's a bad idea to drive a Fiat Punto anywhere.
I quite like the Punto.
Explains because
It's a pretty looking car.
You like flowery shirts.
It was the car I learned into. I haven't had free driving lessons, and I got taught in a Fiat Punto, and I really struggled with the turn in the road to the point where my Scottish Aberdeenian ex-army driving instructor asked me if I'd had a stroke, to which I hadn't. And then he said, "Well, you drive like you do. Where is the justice in that?"
I was conceived in the back of a Fiat Punto.
explains a lot.
Was the Fiat Punto even a car when you would have been conceived?
I don't know. Maybe.
No.
They have leather seats when they get back on.
Okay. In Brazil, the word punto is a slang word for a man with a small penis. So that was the answer. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Irrefutable evidence that advertising companies need to hire linguists. Otherwise, the next mistranslation might do more than leave them with egg on their face.
Maybe they should, the Fiat Punto is named for a small penis, maybe you should nickname that to all people who drive an Audi TT.
Okay, let's move on to the next round. Up next for you, we have a little game. It's very simple. I'm going to present you guys on the panel with 3 different scenarios. All you have to do is tell me which one is true and why. as this week's theme is advertising, our scenarios will be the same.
Yeah,
Insurance companies, not the most exciting topics, but they can cover you for virtually anything. Bearing this in mind, which of the following do you believe are real cover options offered by insurers? Alien abduction, ghost insurance, or tail insurance?
What?
Can I ask what tail insurance is? Is it when you get a bit of tail, or?
I need to be covered for this. I don't know when it's going to happen.
I'd love the
But I've got hope.
of like a UFO insurance. It was a normal day for Leanne. I was abducted by like an alien celestial being. But thankfully, due to alien abductions for you, I was received with this new ray gun and £40,000 worth of compensation. Although I was probed.
Has this ever
I love
happened to you at
that.
work?
The stare into the camera there, just sort of like, I was probed.
I have not been probed.
Okay.
I have not.
So has anyone? Let's.
Could you actually say what tail insurance is?
Tail insurance, I believe, would be just insurance for your tail in case it gets cut off.
I think,
That is, and I'm correct with that.
I think it's for if you just wake up and you go, "What wasn't there last night?" Hello, direct line.
The thing is, aliens and
Okay.
ghosts could happen, but nobody's going to go to an insurance company and say, "I might have a tail. I don't know."
So
slipped
you're
and fell on
going
my
with
tail.
your false one is going to be tail insurance.
Yeah,
I'm
tail
guessing.
insurance.
Tony, let's get your guess.
Well, to be fair, I think the tail stuff is actually quite frightening.
So which one would you believe to be true or false?
I think the paranormal one's false.
You believe ghosts. So ghosts for Tony, tails for Max. Tom?
I think I know the answer to this one, so I'm going to go tails.
I think UFO.
You think UFO. I've been having you all on. All three are actual cover plans provided by insurance. A Captain Beanie insured himself from not only alien abduction, but impregnation and consumption as well for up to £1 million. In 2002, the Royal Falcon Hotel in Lowestoft insured its staff and all its guests against death and disability occasioned by a poltergeist or abnormal phenomena for the sum of £1 million again. And finally in 2003, Basil Brush insured his tail for the sum of, you guessed it, £1 million. Boom, boom to our panellists there.
The hand insured it. The hand wrote the signature.
Yeah, what do you mean?
With him on it.
Anyway, let's move on to our final round. Okay, so basically, I'm going to read out a slogan, an advertising slogan, and you guys are going to tell me what the word is missing that I am. Can you all get it? So the first one is Ronald McDonald was in 1959. Ronald McDonald in 1959 with the hopes of appealing to children. What was Ronald McDonald? James?
Mocked by
Nope,
children.
he was not mocked.
Load.
I don't know, was showing a bit that he shouldn't be showing.
No, he wasn't doing that, no. Tony?
I don't know if I can say the word on
Yeah, you can. No, he wasn't. Let's go for it.
Was it buggered, but spelled like burgered?
No, he wasn't. You've all given an answer. Ronald McDonald was invented in 1959 with the hopes of appealing to children. Ronald began life as a character on a radio show before eventually being given his own spot on TV and a video game in 1995. The clown is now one of the most recognisable characters in the world. Let's move on. The pet was conceived in 1975 by Gary Dahl when hearing about the problems his friends were having keeping other pets. The pet. What was it?
Load.
I know this one.
Go on.
The pet rock.
You are exactly right, Tom. The pet rock was conceived in 1975 by Gary Dahl when hearing about the problems his friends were having keeping other pets. Let's move on to our next question. Have a day was a slogan used in the early 1960s and can still be seen to this day.
What?
Tony,
Nice.
I can give that to you, yeah, because it is meant to represent a nice day. I believe it's the emoji symbol. Have an emoji day. And can still be seen to this day. There's a bonus point on this question for how much did the smiley face creator Harvey Ball earn from his idea? Max, straight in there.
I read his documentary.
You read a documentary. How did you do that?
I get my friends to write up everything that happens in it. So he walks into the room.
Your poor friends.
He made absolutely nothing.
You're close. I get what you mean. He didn't make it. There is a figure. He did make some money off it. I know what you mean.
Probably like below 1,000.
It was below 1,000. I'll tell you what. I'll give you the.
Was it one?
I'll give you more
2,
points. Anyone else got?
He got a tenner off his nannies. He's like, go on.
You're closer than under 1,000. Tom, you got anything?
57 pence.
No. If you'd have left it at 57, you'd have maybe been somewhere. James, dead quick.
£57.
No.
Oh, right.
He actually earned, because he never claimed the trademark or copyrighted on the logo, he earned $45 in total.
Oh, 2 monkeys and a bit.
Exactly. Whereas brothers Murray and Bernard Spain took the idea, applied their copyright to it, and then slapped it on every conceivable item around them, including coffee mugs, bumper stickers, t-shirt, hats, and made 50 million from the idea. Okay, final question. The homepage was an invention by a university student to help fund his higher education. What was it, James?
Facebook.
It was not Facebook, no. It was
Off,
a different one. Go again.
MySpace.
Nope. Tony.
Is it only one beep? Is there a beep in the actual word? Have you
It's
beeped up
2
half
words,
of it? Oh,
two
it's 2
words.
words. Okay. No, I don't have an answer. Was it the Articulate
A?
website?
Pay my tuition.
No, it wasn't that either. Anyone else, Tom?
Pawn of grannies. I don't know.
No,
There's
no, it
some
wasn't.
kind of pawn.
Let's go for the answer. The $1 Million homepage. Was
I read
invented.
about this.
Go on then.
There's 1 million pixels, or whatever it is, and you have to pay £1. And if you go over the pixel, it's the advert of that company.
Fair enough. I will read that out.
Right, so
You're
like-
very, very close with it. The $1 Million homepage was invented by University of Nottingham student Alex Tu. He bought a website domain and laid out an area of 1,000 by 1,000 pixels, selling ad space at $1 per pixel. Within 5 months, every pixel had been sold, earning Alex £1,037,100. Okay, so
Yeah, so basically you put the mouse over the pixel and a big pop-up would come up and it would be the advert.
That would have been a better movie. That would have been a better plot to the movie Pixels.
Anything would.
anything would have been a.
But you just get Adam Sandler to play Alex too.
I'm gonna be so rich.
And there'd have been less product placement in it as well.
A movie about advertising.
There's a bit in the new Transformers film with the one with Mark Wahlberg in, and there's a bit where he's driving. The Transformer crashes into a Bud Light van, and then all the bottles of Bud Light are just randomly placed out around him. And he gets up, picks one up, and literally goes into the camera and goes.
Boy.
With this website, I mean, if you're not actually going on there to buy space yourself, those sort of people need to be shot. I mean,
That's
likes
a bit
adverts?
far.
No, who
Maybe
likes
just take
adverts?
away internet privileges for the day.
No, they should be wiped from the face of the earth. No one likes adverts. Who would go to a website just to look at
I
adverts?
think it was more for like the novelty of it.
Get out.
It was like some clever
Oh, I didn't
person
go on
had
it.
done it.
Oh, right.
My life's like a YouTube advert. Sort of,
End it after 5 seconds.
You want to try and skip it, but you've just got to get through it. To quote Daniel Bedingfield,
My
you've got to
favourite
get
thing on
through it.
YouTube is an advert where Ray Winston goes, "Don't you dare click that skip ad."
Yeah.
And then break the rules.
Well, as if what's going to happen, you skip it and you go, alright! Comes out to your house.
It just comes to a different advert of Ray Winston going, I know you'd do it.
Comes around and forces you to bet on Bet365.
I absolutely love that advert because it's the only time in my life where I would stand up to Ray Winston.
I hate betting in general. It's just the worst. That Ladbrokes woman goes, it is John. And when John knows, and that's why he bets with Ladbrokes. Oh, get in the bed. It's awful. It's like, John has the instinct. John has the instinct to be an absolute prick, is what John has. To spend 500 quid up the
Surely,
bloody
not
toilet.
if John knows. If everyone knows, then obviously they
And
know.
what's the point? Betting is
Because
useless.
they're knowing.
But they're
Everybody
lads, and they're going go-karting, way.
Okay.
Such a lad thing to do.
Well,
Get a tiny car.
sadly, that's all the time we have for on this episode. Before we reveal the scores, I'd like to thank our guests for their riveting input on tonight's show. At the top of the class this evening is Max with a grand total of 40 points. Clap him. Trailing behind in second place, we have Tom with 18.5 points. Well done, bud. In third place, we have James with 10.5 points. And as with every strong team, we need an even stronger foundation. In fourth place, we have Tony with 10 points. He only missed out on half a point, bud. Please do remember to check out our additional content online and follow the show on Twitter using the hashtag #WhatALoad, where our fact wizards are waiting for your questions. Thank you to everyone for playing and you at home for watching. And tonight we leave you in the words of William Faulkner, who said, "Never be afraid to raise your voice for honesty and truth and compassion against injustice, lying and greed." Have a good night and we'll see you all here again next week. But for now, goodbye.